Sometimes I wonder if it's not me that's possessed, or just the mind. Can't tell what's real anymore. Power reveals the man. In your case, we didn't have to wait long.
Who the fuck are you anyway?
What the fuck are you waiting for?
Isn't it beautiful? Since I was a child, I used to sit here and listen to the howling wolves. Within the shelter of those ancient stones, they always made me feel safe. Sometimes I get the feeling that these beasts, though wild, have more loyalty in them than many humans. Let me tell you a story.
You just can't stay away. You lied to me. Why?
Another whiner? What, too loud for you?
I've seen wolves leave the meat untouched. Just lingered. They looked less guilty than you two. Funny, isn't it?
That's enough.
You see that chop on the water?
storms coming from the land.
Never seen the winter hit this early.
It seemed innocent at first. There were faint sounds, small taps, nothing unsettling. Then small things began to disappear. You know, people thought it was the kids playing tricks. However, over time, the sound became unbearable. The wind blended with what seemed like the wail of a wounded soul. They thought it was just the wind howling through the cracks. But the truth was far worse.
Ray ventured into OG's territory alone. You sure you thought this through?
Thinking is your job. Doing is mine.
That spark didn't come easy, Ray.
Yeah, a few bumps along the way. But I got it.
You really fixing to gamble with it?
1 for 5, it's worth a shot.
Ain't you worried something might go wrong?
Wrong. I'm counting on it.
It's mine now. Finish him.
Give it back!
Walked right in himself, huh?
It's all yours now, boss.
Good work. Now with this, even the Machine Legion doesn't stand a chance against me.
What?
Huh?
Right on time! Miss me?
Gotta hand it to you this time, Ray.
If Tron hadn't planned ahead and sent us as backup, you'd be done for.
Mission done?
Let me take a look.
All accounted for. What's next?
It's time to save Torch City.
Every empire has been built on ashes. That is why you must never lose faith.
This isn't war. This is damnation.
We thought all his knights were dead. Yet Lamorak sends one more. I almost admire him.
Tyranno! But you're one of the White King's sorceresses. You destroyed the White Lands.
That destruction is in fact salvation!
You're insane!
You know not of what you speak. Accept your defeat!
Beware!
Lamorak! She's created another folded realm. I can't reach her.
We cannot cross two folded realms, but this spear can. Take the spear.
She's human again.
It seems you do have the capacity to surprise us. But not enough. Change your practice. Even with your new ally, we end this here.
Palamini!
Enemy of my enemy, I lend you my strength.
We fight as one.
Tyranno of the Nine! You will not escape justice!
Justice. There is only the king's will.
Go to hell!
Foolish knight and your foolish foe. You choose the comfort of lies. Loyalty without inquiry is in itself a betrayal. Your loyalty has condemned this man.
Should have come back.
I got a message from Mira.
She's been gone a long time. Ran when things got hard. Left the band behind.
I need to know why. Why she vanished when everything was coming together. Isn't that why you're here too?
Did you forget what happened on that night? This place remembers.
And so do I.
I'll be waiting, so come and find me.
Black granite and bone, we have endured yet another ambush. This road is as perilous as it is joyless.
The greatest peril to my senses is your stench and the sorry shape that bears it.
We'll see how choosy you'll be when the void invites you in.
Spirits preserve me. Just get back in the knapsack.
Fine. But remember, we must reach the Moon Gate and find some clue as to how it may be opened.
I still pray we might find survivors. Someone who can tell us what truly happened here.
Let him go for now, youngling. Let's see what this place holds.
Youngling, do you know my age, rodent?
Your years mean little. This is your first vigil. Thus, you are a neophyte, whether you enjoy the title or not. much death.
from experience what it means to be away from those we love most of all. To you living in new surroundings, we send a message of true sympathy. And to think of all the new sights you must be seeing. And the adventures you must be having. So it is not difficult for us to picture the sort of life you are all leading. I know you won't forget us. Good night, and good luck to you all.
"7 years ago, the veil tore open, and the worthy were claimed. We were left behind. In our desperation, we called to you, warrior, to stand against the darkness. Equipped with our best, you will forge a path through Paris, long decayed. Together, we must reach the Sunless Gate. When we die, we will leave this place. But you return again and again. Really? And why have you come? Is this our salvation? Or is this the end?
We're here. Dawn has locked down this area. We need to get verified. Technically, you could enter from anywhere, but let's use the main gate this time. Okay, let's head in.
Permission updating. Access granted. Hello, rookie. I'm Dawn, Seal's companion.
Dawn, are the observation points available?
Yes, ready to locate nearby monsters. Always a pleasure. Happy to work with everyone's favorite SEAL officer. It looks like that ad campaign is really...
Just a few more left. Ready for one last push.
Attention all units. Oakwood has been contained. Emergency status lifted. You may resume regular duties.
Sun never disappoints. Let's wrap this up and get some coffee. My treat.
Hill contained. The brigade is en route for cleanup. Well done, officers.
Roger that. 08123, over.
Well done, officers.
Oh, almost forgot. Your reward for your first assignment. Shock Americano. Perfect for staying alert, fighting off fatigue, and doing your best. All that mind rot cleared, and we're still buried in work back at SEAL. Well, Director Nyan has big plans, but they're hard to pull off.
He seems a bit unreliable.
Then introduce me to more reliable people like you.
I'll ask around online.
Great. Can't wait to interview them in person.
By the way, what was the director's big plan?
To save the world.
A 00 agent needs the fastest, most dynamic, and of course most striking car when they're on duty. Hybrid, twin-turbo V8, over 1,000 horsepower, 0 to 60 in under 3 seconds. Lightweight, carbon fibre chassis, and a few modifications you won't find in the brochure. Meet the Aston Martin Valhalla. But this one is only for 00 agents, James. If you want to drive it, you'll have to earn the number.
What have you done?
I peeked over the veil, and there was no sky.
There's a spectre haunting the fiefdom of London Stock. The city has been locked down for 57 days. The mind grows parched when each day feels already lived.
Comrade, what if I fail?
Anyone who doesn't dream in our language will be an enemy.
Why? Why did you kill them?
I can't be more than what I've been, Wield, and you know it. I will not be guilty of my hunger.
One of the biggest fears of an astronaut doing extravehicular activity, or EVA, is somehow becoming detached and floating away. Hi, I'm Leroy Chow. I'm a former NASA astronaut and ISS commander. Owlcat Games asked me to help them to create what it's like to live and work in space, and then it's really a challenge to take that experience and make it into a realistic game, and that's where their team stepped in.
We wanted to strike the right balance, realism grounded in science fiction, not simulation.
During real spacewalks, we actually use tethers to keep ourselves attached to the vehicle. In a reactive game, that would be too clumsy, and so mag boots is a creative way to kind of compromise and keep it realistic, but also be able to be reactive. But the fear is the same, becoming detached somehow and drifting away. And that's just one example. Even firearms would behave differently in space. Recoil and ballistics would also be different. People think about space as silent, but silence can mean danger. For example, inside of the spacesuit, there's a steady hum of the fan that's blowing oxygen over your face. The people at Owlcat Games did some research and figured out that vibrations caused by shots inside of a vehicle would translate to the hull and likely be felt through the mag boots.
We love the idea, but had to adapt it. Pre-realism would mean almost no sound in combat. No vacuum, you hear more than Austiners do, but far less than in atmosphere. What you hear is what your character feels. Breath, comes, vibrations. The tension stays, and so does the fear.
Mission crews train for months, even years together. The commander is chosen first and sets the tone. Just like in the game, trust takes time and shared experience.
The ship is crew's home. To craft the right atmosphere, we focus on the smallest of details. Life in space changes tastes. Astronauts often crave spices just to feel such sensations again. On pink water meals created from what could actually be grown in orbit. And in the same spirit, you'll even hear your companions discussing food and ingredients on the ship. We hope that our approach to blending realism with gameplay considerations will make players experience something engaging and truly immersive.
All drivers, this is your 1 minute warning. I repeat, 1 minute to showtime. Those who are about to die, we salute you.
Hello, sleeper. We have some bad news. Our precious planet Earth is dying, so our best scientists and hardest workers have built 13 giant floating space cities to launch them towards our potential new home. Sadly, not everyone was able to join us on this noble journey, but we believe that those we left behind on a dying Earth are all cheering our success, and their memories drives us towards our destiny. Here comes the good news. Small percentage of humanity who have been chosen for this great sacred mission. Please sit here and wait until a colleague or a specialist arrives to help you. Once again, the Aurora Board welcomes you on board. Have a wonderful day.
Hello. I hope your awakening was pleasant. It is my pleasure to officially declare you, from this very moment, an employee of Formio. Each day, your mission will be to release a chemical composition into the atmosphere to thicken a protective layer. The Formio teams designed Silo to make the task fun and accessible to everyone. Silo, short for System for Incremental Logical Operation. P-235, we have a problem. An autonav is crashing near your location. Each day, again. P-235, we have a problem. Again. A refinery is about to explode. Each day. P-235, again. Each day, a problem. Again. We have a problem. Again.
In the name of the great Gula bloodline, I do bestow upon you my blood, as proof of our engagement. Until the resurgence struck, these horrors must have been the city's residents. In other words, all the people I couldn't save. The gaps are getting shorter. As long as I have 2 legs to walk, and 2 arms to fight, I will give everything I have to keep the city's hopes alive. Remember me? How lovely to see you again. For all I lost that day, for all you took from me, let justice be done. Today, you'll pay your dues! Accept this with my love, and my immortal body and soul shall be yours forevermore.
Very peculiar place. Good to have you here, lad. Now, get to work. Chop, chop. Then help the guys with scavenging. This place is not as bad as it seems. There's some beauty in here too. Just remember to stay together. And awaken the lights wherever you go. The brighter, the better. If you don't, you risk becoming a shadow of your former self. One last warning, lad. This place can not only change you, it can change itself.
Hi everyone, I'm Omar, and today I'm going to show you some of the new combat gameplay coming with Avatar Frontiers of Pandora from the Ashes. We join Sotlek, a skilled Na'vi warrior at Home Tree. This once beautiful haven has been claimed by the RGA and the Ash clan, the fierce Monkwa Na'vi who thrive on chaos and pain.
More absence, but in Monkwan colors. They must adorn them with ash and paint.
Following a devastating ambush, Sotlek finds himself alone. Having once lost his family before, he now desperately searches for his friends, the Sarentu. In From the Ashes, the RGA have returned in force, now even stronger due to their alliance with the Ash clan. Their presence can be felt and seen across the Kinglor forest, which is now more hostile than ever before. At this point in the game, Sotlek is equipped with only his bow and knife.
No Monkwan. Must be inside Home Tree.
But this doesn't stop him, because as a hardened warrior, Sotlek has the skills to navigate the battlefield under the cover of stealth. Or he can launch a full assault and brutally take down any forces that stand in his way.
What have they done?
The Ash clan's lust for power poisons the frontier. They subjugate and intimidate, spreading destruction across the land with ruthless pleasure in their quest to wipe out the Western frontier's resistance.
Jitami, you died a warrior.
Tell us where the Sarentu are hiding, or you will see your people burn. Answer me! Do not be brave.
Sotlek has just discovered that some of the missing Siren 2 have evaded capture, but it is now a race against time to find them before the Monk One do. The brutality of the Monk One is not to be underestimated. Sotlek must face them if he's to protect the people of these lands. These Monk One raiders are fearsome enemies as their speed and agility can put pressure on the player. However, as players defeat enemies that stand in their way, they will earn Sotlek XP in the form of dog tags, which he can use to improve and grow his warrior skills and abilities. A Na'vi death by Na'vi hands. Never before has Sotlek taken the life of one of his own. But there can be no mercy for the merciless. Hunted, he becomes the hunter. As an experienced fighter, Sotlek uses this surge of adrenaline from fear and pain to channel his warrior senses, making him much more lethal in combat through elevated perception and strength. RDA has also brought new technologies such as upgraded amps, scale suits, and hellhounds to aid their occupation of the Kinglow Forest. But the warrior Sotlek knows their ways. His own methods are brutal and calculating. He will stop at nothing to even the odds in battle. Sotlek's faithful Ikra, Ile, also supports in battle, either giving Sotlek a quick way to reposition in combat, or attacking enemy forces directly. This is just the beginning of Sotlek's path of vengeance, as he has found no clarity in the search for his lost Siren 2 family. In from the ashes, explore a world's lush and thriving land that is now charred and burning. Save your loved ones, as you stand against an overwhelming force of RDA and the ruthless Ash Clan. Become Sotlek and learn what it means to be a true Na'vi warrior.
I've been alone in this place. Isolated and rotting away. It has been suffocating. I've lingered here far longer than I ever meant to, retracing old steps and replaying every moment, wondering where it all fell apart. But why? What's the point? You can't rewrite what's already happened. My path brought me here to this corpse of a home. These fading memories, they're all I have left. You fought so hard not to drown. And yet here you are, dragging yourself deeper. It feels familiar, doesn't it? You loved this place once. Every moment Your dwell here will lead you closer to inevitability. If you still had a chance to leave, would you take it?
I was called in to contain the breach. I didn't think much of it. It's just another day, right? Wrong. Once forces beyond our reality trapped me, it was a one-way ticket to a whole new world. The question isn't, what can I do to survive? But what can I do to find my way home?
Undercover at this human gas station for 1 month now, and no humans have found out yet. My job is to get everything ready and in place for the invasion. To help with that, we've got Shlope here, our lead scientist, once featured in a very popular magazine on Probalia Tita 12.
Our state-of-the-art technology allows us to blend in and gather all the data we need. Of course, it's important to keep this place up to human standards. Otherwise, the scary ones show up. We need your help. Everyone is being called to Earth to prepare for the invasion. The mission depends on you.
We want to introduce you to Naya. After you select a player's story link to follow, Naya will find you, a Tidewalker, half-conscious, drifting in a sea of plastic. By following a player, your story will be linked to theirs. The story links capture the choices of each player, each Tidewalker who came before you.
What did he say? Tidewalker, please. Don't make things worse.
Your story begins when Naya pulls you from the sea. Your in-game path, levels, NPCs, and narrative choices will be different based on the player's story link you chose.
This is my last bottle. If you take it, I won't have any left for the next Tidewalker.
Just as your choices will shape the path you leave behind for future Tidewalkers, you have the option of choosing different players and therefore different story links, creating a narrative experience like no other. We'll introduce Tides of Tomorrow characters in the coming weeks. In the meantime, play the Demo on Steam to experience online Story Link.
Yeah?